Hello guys, how have you been? It's been a month,
Yes, imagine.
since we did our last video. We are very sorry, but I think adulthood is just happening. There's just too much for us to be able to keep up with this like being able to give you a video every single week, but we will definitely
is
try.
a scam.
Yeah, a big scam.
It is, because both of us are busy. I'm busy, I'm a full-time mother. Seth is busy looking for money.
I was actually out of the city for like 3
For
weeks.
like 3 weeks.
Yes.
Almost a month.
Almost
you
a
can
month.
imagine.
So definitely I could not be able to come here, and Jill's place and my place are 2 worlds apart.
Very far.
It's
and
almost
Nairobi,
2 hours drive. So
with jam or without
without traffic, yeah.
It's 2 hours. And with traffic, almost
Almost 3 hours, almost a day. By the time I'm leaving here, this is the only thing I can be able to do in a day.
Yes.
So really, but we are really trying so that we can be able to resume back to giving one video every single week. So, and if you haven't subscribed, you're missing out on a lot, because when you've subscribed and you have rang the bell, we post one video every single week. That is on our normal schedule. So you're missing out on a lot, but if you've been here all that while, thank you and welcome back. So today we want to talk about something that has been trending the whole week.
In fact, from last week.
It is even beyond. I think it has just gotten louder.
Or I can just say it's something that has been happening, but because it's not on the limelight, it's affecting maybe most people in the limelight, but it's been happening even behind the scenes. So maybe most of our Kenyan celebrities, I think if you're on the limelight, it affects you much more.
It's times 10. Like it is the same thing, but now when you're in the public eye, when they put in their opinion, you suffer like 100.
Yeah, very true.
So it's about co-parenting, and I think co-parenting has different dimensions, just like I was saying. Some people feel it differently, and co-parenting in this case is whereby both the parents are not married, like they're not legally married. Either they're divorced, they are separated, they have never been married, but they have kids. Because I think they're different aspects. Yeah.
How about long distance?
Long distance, I think, is different. When you're married, when you're married, definitely you agree. Now the main house is in Nairobi,
so the husband is working.
No. Okay, it is co-parenting.
Imagine I'm a wife, I'm with the kids in Kisumu, and maybe the husband is in Nairobi. Is that not co-parenting?
I don't think it is, because I think when you're married now, everything like responsibility is divided equally. You know, it is a case whereby now, what are you going to do for the kids, and what am I going to do?
Okay.
It's like, now this is our main house, we are paying rent, I'm going to work, I'm buying food, maybe you do 1, 2, 3. I think it's
different.
It's different.
Okay.
And even the one whereby you have not been married, but you have a kid, but you're still dating, I also think that is better.
Okay, but today we want to talk about much of maybe separation, or you are with a baby daddy, not married, and you have kids together. I think co-parenting, it makes sense that way.
Yeah, in that case.
In that aspect, yeah.
Because when you're still together, I think it's a bit not easier. No, when you're still together, at least once in a while, let him too. He can come over to your place. You can go over to the place. Like, you still have something going on. But a case whereby one person has moved on, in fact, completely, or even either of you having new partners, then it becomes an issue.
I think now it's complicated. Most of the other partner, you're not in good terms with them. I think now that's a big issue. Perhaps that's what we want to talk about, because I think many of you can relate with this story about the Waititus and Frankie and whatever is going on with their family. We're talking about this because they decided to let us know. So it's in the public domain.
So
we have the right to talk about it, yeah? Because they were addressing us too. Nani, Frankie has done this, Maureen has done this. So they addressed us. So I think we can even weigh out
they're at a point in life where they cannot talk to each other privately. Now they have to do it publicly, so that the whole public can view, and the other person, can you imagine if I want to talk to you, but I go and talk to 1 million people on YouTube?
Let me just laugh because the ball is not on my court right now.
But it's tough. Let me just say, it's tough. Before I give my opinion whether I'm supporting Maureen or Frankie, all this while, I really thought, okay, I thought Maureen was right. I was with her. Because, as women, once you have a baby, it's like that baby is part and parcel of you. Like you had this baby 2 people, but you realize the baby depends on you for milk. You're the only one who have the formula to cool the baby down. So almost everything revolves around you. So now for your other partner, you have to tell him now baby needs milk, baby uses 3 diapers in a day, we need ABCD. So for him, it's like he's receiving it as a second option. Like he's not directly involved sometimes, especially when you're now separated. So for a long time I was with Maureen, because I was imagining
Maureen.
I was team Maureen Waititu, because this was my point. You have these 2 boys, you had them with the baby daddy, this guy has been raising them, but then again now you have separated. So you still have that gap where you're feeling there's rent, there's fees, there's nanny, there's everything in the house, so you really need support, and apart from that you need the emotional support. Then you realize it's not forthcoming, he doesn't want to commit on what he wants to do. So for a long time I was really like, it's hard to be a mother of these 2 boys, and you have to foot the bills, the emotions, the public, the guy is on the other side talking to the public about what has happened or what has not happened. So yeah, for me I was with her.
You are team Maureen
for a very long time. Until something
before even you weigh out your opinion whether you team Frankie now or whatever team you are. First of all, what I fail to understand is 5 years living with somebody and he's still calling you a girlfriend.
It was just a girlfriend. Nobody was married. She was just a girlfriend. Nobody was married in this case.
I've been living with you, I've been cooking for you, I've been taking care of your kids for 5 years.
Everything.
I'm still a girlfriend. Okay, makes sense. So,
and that is where I really, really pity us ladies. Really, it's 5 years. Nobody has said what it is. So you're only hoping baby number 1 has come. It's like baby number 2 has come. You remember what
Jada was saying? An entanglement. Like we've been in an entanglement.
But the worst thing is, he's the only one who knows this is an entanglement. For a woman, we're always so optimistic.
For a woman, we love so hard. I think maybe that's the number 1 problem. We love so hard. Imagine 5 years living with somebody. 5 years.
Have you seen the couple photos they took?
I know.
The bump shoot.
I know. It really hurts. And then plus the 2 little cute boys, it really hurts. So me, when this scandal started, I wasn't team someone. I was just following up with the drama.
To know what happens.
Like, what is happening? Like, today Maureen does this. Tomorrow Frankie. I'm like, okay. And then people started saying, Frankie is a narcissist. Maureen is a bipolar. I'm like, these things are getting hot. So until a video was released last weekend, Maureen released the first video getting back to Frank, because I was like, why is it that Maureen is now getting the heat? Because every now and again she's getting the heat because people comment on her, you don't want to leave the baby daddy and what. So that's when I started like realizing, this Frankie guy could be the problem. Because every now and again when the videos are out, it's Maureen that gets the heat. People
bash her.
They bash her, they abuse her, and even coming to a point whereby she was in kind of stress,
almost depression,
So I kind of sympathized with that until the video was released on Saturday. Maureen released her part, Frankie released her part. I was kind of team Frankie because Maureen didn't give us full receipts. When it came to the phone screenshot of him and Frankie, I think paying for hospital bills and checking out the kids. I felt like that was so unfair in their part. I don't know their story very well. Story ya watu wawili
that is what I would want to say, really, that at the end of the day, still there's so many things they're not telling us. So the 2 really know the truth. But for me, after Frankie released the video, I somehow thought Frankie could be right.
Because all this while he's been genuine.
All this while
been genuine.
Because what I've realized is, really, the point that I'm seeing Frankie does not want to get out to state clearly is about structure, And I'm feeling he doesn't want to be tied down by a certain structure on his kids.
But Maureen, Frankie was saying they had a structure initially that he used to take the kids
the 3 days, then they reduced to weekends only. The thing is, Maureen wants it to be official,
and that
will tie Frankie.
Because
officially it's saying you're supposed to come and see your babies on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Then you don't show up. Then she'll have something to take you back to court and say, hey, this is what the structure says.
The money issues.
So what I realized is, on that point, really, I don't think it's about having a legal structure. Let the baby daddy come and see the kids when he can. Because now, when it was about 2 days, then it reduced to 2 days. Then sometime anaambiwa mtoto ameenda kuona rafiki yake. Mtoto is not feeling well. For goodness sake, this is the daddy of this kid. So hata akiwa mgonjwa, I think he can still be welcome home to come and take care of his kid. So for me, I think Maureen should just tone down on the structure thing Because really, I think there's so many daddies who are not even trying.
But you know, what I'm trying to understand even with the Maureen situation is because I remember when Frankie was releasing the screenshots, Maureen was so concerned about the baby mom on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Frankie's
she was like,
current,
I don't want my kids to be around that lady. And there's a certain word that, the H word that she used on the text.
Yeah, I saw it. Actually saw it.
It was so bad.
Because now then again, how is Frankie supposed to take the kids? Like, Frankie lives with this new lady. And then you say, my kids are not supposed to come to that.
Together, really? Could be, maybe,
okay,
maybe
could be. I don't know, because they're not showing everything.
Normally, like, I live by my own, the lady is also
okay.
I don't think.
But there's a son here, and remember the other son is so young. So definitely wherever the son is, the mom could be there. So if you do not want your kids to meet this other
their
mom,
brother, the kid is their brother.
Yeah,
like, the kid is out.
So it means you only want your baby daddy to come to your house to see his kids, because that is the only time he will not be able to mingle with the other mama. So I think for that she's becoming a little strict, and I don't really support that Frankie is a narcissist. I think that is a too strong word for him.
Remember the story we did about the
narcissist? And if I look at him, I don't think really he is a narcissist. Because this is a guy who, up until the last 2 months, has been supporting this family. You remember Maureen used to live in the mama's house?
The mother's house, yeah.
He's been paying a nanny that was seen even on M-Pesa. And then something else, the hospital, Maureen agreed that he had been footing the hospital bills. As much as they did not have insurance, Frankie had been paying for it, except the last 2 months. Then I remember that scenario where Frankie put Maureen came in on his driveway, parked the car, and then went ahead to make some phone calls. And that was the last time Frankie decided, look.
Because according to Frankie's story, it was like his life was maybe in danger. When somebody does that. So
for me, maybe Maureen could be, somebody will say is a narcissist in other behaviors that we have not seen. But even the conversation about how is the baby, you are in which one, you are supposed to inform me yesterday. I think really he's not 100%, he's not doing his best. But the two people, what I've realized, the two people have a problem. Both of them. The fact that they cannot sit down and talk about their babies.
They admitted on camera though. But admitted.
And hopefully they're working for it, especially now that Maureen cancelled the interview with Jalango, because I think that would have really worsened the situation. Because imefika point, everybody now knows the story. Now you guys need to go down.
And everyone is giving out their opinion.
Including us, who do not know the two of them completely. We are here to give
opinion. I've never even met the two of them. But at least...
And that is how unfair being in public eyes is. The two of us should be ready for such. Everybody is allowed to come out and give their opinions about you. So this is what really, I think, it's a time where I think the kids have hurt more. Because now the internet never forgets.
It never forgets.
It will never forget. So, Maureen, I think Maureen is hurt. Just
she's
the same way we have said 5
you can imagine
years,
she's a lady.
2 kids down the line. And one thing I agree, Maureen is hardworking.
She is.
That woman works.
That lady is hardworking.
When I was coming this way, I saw the big billboard.
In fact, there's another billboard next to Junction Mall.
Exactly.
I don't know what she advertises. Is
it a bank or something? I've just passed that.
I don't know. She's in a yellow suit and
the other side
holding groceries. I've never been keen, but there's one just next to us.
Yeah, I saw that and I admitted. Not even only that, I have seen Maureen.
Maureen is hardworking. In fact, even the numerous adverts, TV adverts, she's been there.
Yeah, she's been a video vixen.
In Nameless Song, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know which other.
So really, she's
and working. She also has like a hair something going on. Like
really?
She sells hair or extension, I think.
Okay.
Extension.
So the truth of the matter is she works hard. But I remember there's a video Maureen released last year? I think during that time they were having issues with Frankie, but she didn't come out to talk about it. But she released an emotional video on Instagram talking about being raised by a single mother and the way she was trying to ensure that the kids do not get the same treatment, So I'm feeling Maureen was trying to do everything right so that they raise the 2 boys right with the both parents. Then it slipped on her hand. So I think she's at a point where she doesn't believe the same thing that happened to her is going to happen to the kids. Yeah. So that is where I really understand her. Well, she's like, really, you're gone. Like,
for real. 5 years of just lived and carpet like that.
Like the way I tried. So for me, I really still feel her, but I think it's this time, now that the other party has moved on, paka kuna mtoto. And
I
you are
think
saying
that's-
we are not coming back together.
That's life. Life,
Yeah.
today you have it, tomorrow you don't. But I'm still faulting Frankie. As much as people can be Team Maureen, Team Frankie, Team who, I still fault him. I saw a comment about somebody saying that Maureen analialia macha 2 months peke yake na
Oh,
without
yeah.
it. I'm like, Frankie is the father of these kids, but I still fault him. Even if there's those differences, she doesn't want you to see the kids. At least leave a bills. These are your kids. Just leave a bills.
Yeah, I think that is. But somebody
You know
was
what your
saying,
kids are eating?
and there was a comment also saying, okay, leave a bills. It's okay. But
Even
my
if you're not
problem
in
is
terms.
no. His problem is I'm not seeing these kids. I'm paying bills. What if
But
I'm
they're
paying?
your kids at the end of the day. Even
No,
if the mother...
somebody was saying, what if that money is not being used for the same kids you're sending them to?
But at least you're
Like,
responsible.
I want
that
to-
shouldn't be your business.
I want to know. I sent money for the toys or I bought some shopping. Are my kids feeding on them?
Oh, yeah.
Is there somebody ensuring that all these things that I channel to my kids are going there?
But there's something that Frankie said on his channel. He said that he should be taking care of the kids, not taking care of Maureen. So you just, at the end of the day, you'll still send money.
Let me tell you, and truth be told, that is the biggest problem with men with coparenting. Like, this man feels, if I'm going to pay rent, I'm paying rent for you, okay?
Really?
So I don't know if they want the kids to live alone in that house so that they pay rent.
Or live with the nanny.
Yeah, and they're thinking,
Yeah.
okay, this person needs upkeep for like, let's say 50,000 or 100,000. So meaning, they're assuming you could as well not work.
Because
and
I
depend
remember
on the
the certain comment
100,000.
that he made, or you can bring the kids to me. At the end of the day, you know what? Even if I'm not a lawyer or what,
But court will
but,
definitely.
for kids under 18, they should be with their mom.
Safe there. Very safe.
Safely
Yeah,
with their mom. Unless the mother is, I don't know, there are some situations, but under 18.
Okay, yeah, when
they
the
should
mom
be with
maybe is not capable, is a drunkard or such extreme situations,
Yeah.
but where they have confirmed that the mom actually is working and is very normal. Frankie does not have a
But
choice.
Frankie, you just send money. Send money.
No, he needs to send money. And I
Send
think,
money.
but co-parenting
It's difficult.
is tough.
Yeah.
I tried it before I was married. Then really,
Maybe you can
okay,
tell
ours
us
was not
experience.
cooperating
Yeah,
per
no,
se
we're not
because we were
cooperating.
still in a relationship. But then again, everybody was living separately. So definitely there's a point of now what are you taking care of?
Yeah.
And then you know very well it's not a marriage, so you can't say. And then the rule says also it should be 50-50, and it's so hard for you to come up and say this is 50, this is 50, rent is 50 and shopping is 50. So you realize that anytime you need money or anytime you feel like his responsibility has not been fulfilled, you have to make a phone call, or he has to feel like, really, did I agree to do ABCD?
Yeah.
And just like I said, nobody would want to have a structure.
It's very
like nobody would want to say that when there's no salt or sugar, call me. They just want to say, I'll chip in. So what is chipping in?
But I feel as long as they won't have a structure, there'll still be drama and more drama, and they'll still be releasing receipts. Because right now, no, even if say them at Maureen at 6,000, she'll keep it. She'll keep the message, for future reference.
On the other hand, eventually these two people will come back together. Remember, they were once an item. Eventually, with time, they'll actually come back together to be able to talk and say, I'm seeing kids and I'm going over to see kids. It will happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying structure is not easy, because now somebody wants to feel tired. And then again, remember, kids are growing. And kids' opinion matters so much.
Very true.
You will try to say, now the structure says 3 days, but your son tells you, I'm going to be with daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mom, I'm going for a whole
You
week.
want
You want, and you
structure.
can't stop me. And these
Yeah.
kids. So it's not about structure, just these two people to be mature enough, because I think the people, as much as cooperating is hard, the people who have agreed. Mtoto ni wako.
Ni wako.
The boy has said he wants to be with daddy today. What about you just coming?
And then another thing I find interesting, it's Sky, the other one is Lexi.
Yeah, Lexi.
And then remember Corazons is now tied. Now it's tied. So tied.
These people will still be together. So I think
names.
for now, they want the structure. There's so many things, just because it's so hard for everyone to move on and say this is what has happened. But when they let things fall, you cannot stop kids. Kids were squeezy. They mature so fast. They have a brain of their own. When they feel they want to be with their dad, they will go.
Even right now, I feel like the kids, they understand. I think maybe they feel there's tension because they've not seen daddy, and perhaps they can't communicate it out. But I feel like kids, they know when things are not okay.
Yes. So for me is time will actually, you'll realize the three sons will be united. They will love each other so much that you cannot even stop them and tell them, this is not your mom and I'm not your mom. So with the time,
and most of them legs, I don't know, Kai legs. Okay, the kids look like the father, so they'll be reminding you of Frankie every and again. But
it's very tough. I wish everybody would be able to live with somebody, the person they had a baby with. I wish if everything was perfect, if there was a perfect one. But then again,
I'm laughing
Frankie alisema hizi dunia ya kitambo ya kujikaza na mtu sababu mlizana yeye. Get out.
That's so bad.
But I feel you.
But let me tell you about something about social media. Social media can either break or make. Because the reason I really sympathize with Maureen, because she still keeps some screenshots about some people talking ill about her. I feel no, you shouldn't do that. But it's still in the public domain, and social media is bad because I saw a comment. Somebody was saying, "Today I'm Team Maureen, tomorrow I'll be Team Frankie. I'm waiting for Corazon to remove another video so that can be Team Corazon."
I'm really hoping Corazon is not going to give a video. Actually, that is what they want. That is what Team Moshede like us are waiting for. I really wish and hope she just remains quiet so that those two people, because dunia nayo ni nani, tomorrow these two people will be in very good terms, and you could be the other person on the other side. So I really hope and wish that she's going to keep calm.
But Alisema she wants going to remove
as he digests, and then things will cool down eventually.
That's it. That's our sentiment. Remember, we have to weigh it out because now Elisha Tolewa. We just there.
Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. We talk a lot, especially when we have not seen each other for this very long time. So please don't leave here without subscribing. See you in our next video.
Bye.